So Fallout 4 is going to be going virtual reality. Bethesda has said that they are currently working their hand at VR, and when specifically asked about Fallout 4, they answered that they were definitely working on a Fallout 4 for VR. It sounds downright awesome if they could actually pull it off. The only thing right now is that it's never truly been done before. VR is essentially at its infancy right now, and a big project such as putting the open world of Fallout 4 and everything it takes to make Fallout 4 great into a VR package, to say it's ambitious is a real big understatement. They apparently did demo it off at E3 this year and announced it for 2017, but this is really the first I had heard about it. The demo had teleportation movement, but that doesn't really work for the world of Fallout, at least for me anyway. Fallout is a certainly big world full of exploration, and constantly having to aim and teleport kind of takes you out of the immersion just a little bit. It just isn't the same experience. In order for it to be Fallout 4 for me, they need to find some way to make movement really smooth and possible. The only issue with that is, a lot of movement while your body is staying completely still makes a person motion sickness. And that's another big issue if Bethesda wants to get this right. A lot of devs out there don't do the motions because they don't want their players to get sick. So a lot of them did decide to go towards the teleportation route. I just hope Bethesda steps up their game and they figure it out. Now I know what you're thinking, but Jensen, this is going to be a small experience like Batman VR compared to Arkham games, right? Nope. Bethesda is really adamant on making the full Fallout 4 game for virtual reality. The whole game. They want players to lose their lives for hours on end in the game. I do think if they can nail down multiple options on how to get around and actually make the full game playable in VR, this really could be the turning point for VR that it really needs, and it certainly could result in a lot more sales. A lot of people, including myself, are looking for a reason, looking for that one special title that makes it feel all worth it. Yes, VR is doing pretty well for itself, but a lot of gamers are still on the fence. For me personally, I just don't see anything out there that makes VR worth experiencing right now. Yeah, there are a few things here and there, but there's just not enough substance or grounded experience that don't feel like just tech demos. Virtual reality is still pretty much early in its development cycle, and developers are still honing their techniques and trying to find the best way to go about VR games. And I am sure once that fine-tuning is done, a lot more substance and more full game experiences will come out, including Fallout 4. Now Bethesda does say 2017 for Fallout VR, but I am very optimistic about that, mainly because the project is very ambitious, and to faithfully transfer all to a virtual world like that, I do commend Bethesda on what they are trying to do, and I do think it could sell a lot more virtual reality units. But I think they might be doing something way too ambitious, and I don't know if they know how much time it's going to take. It could really get a lot more gamers involved in wanting to play VR, just because they want to dive into a post-apocalyptic world. People have said that the game looks great and it's really immersive, with no other experience quite being like it. But it's obvious that the teleportation movement is not natural. I do understand that Bethesda does not want to make anyone sick, which is quite a big problem when it comes to motion of freely moving around in the world. I just think it's going to be interesting to see exactly what Bethesda does and decides to do about this problem. I hope they give us multiple options and ways to travel around. It just makes sense to let us pick how we do it. That way, if one way does make us sick, we have a different option to pick from. You are able to shoot a few guns in the demo, and you can move the gun all around and really up close to your face, and you can actually see all the little details in it that you could not see in the previous games. It really is a little cool factor for the game. The last thing that makes me truly excited about this experience would be the modding community and the prospects of that. Considering how awesome it could be for someone to add virtual reality mechanics to the game, I would fully expect modders to take advantage of that, and I am highly interested to see what they could come up with. I do see this game being delayed and pushed back to 2018. This is a lot of work and a lot of ambition going into this project. And yes, I know they had an E3 demo up, but I'm positive it's far from release, guys. A lot of work and a lot of polish has to be done to this game so that every aspect of it gets working in VR. But I do look forward to it, and who knows? It may make me jump into buying a VR unit. And I'm probably not the only one. So that's gonna be it, guys. I just wanted to take some time to talk about this because I just now found out about it and I wanted to talk about it and throw my opinion out there. So I am quite excited for it. How do you guys feel? Would this game make you go out and buy an expensive VR headset? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. You guys have a good day or a good night. Thanks for watching.